Alrighty, what is going on, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are on the OA by Punker Jeffy. Now, I've been riding this track quite a lot, and I didn't realize I hadn't actually done a video on it, which is a little bit annoying because I thought I would have done a video on it by now. And I did record this whole entire thing yesterday. I recorded it, and it was all fine, and then I realized when I was watching it back that it was all really stuttery because I thought I'd fiddle with OBS settings. I put everything to 2K, and it just looks like it didn't handle it. I couldn't handle 2K recording for some reason, so I'm trying to improve the quality of the videos, but I can't seem to put the quality any higher than what it's already on, which is a little bit frustrating. But I don't really know what to do. If you guys got any like suggestions to make the quality look a bit better, or if you guys think it looks fine, then let me know. But some videos are like better quality than others, which is really weird. And yeah, that is why I'm on the Stark Varg but in the thumbnail on the Triumph, because I recorded it yesterday on the Triumph, but it didn't work. It was all stuttery, like I said. So we're on the Stark Varg. I'm on the Colby Raha, what is it, his X Games bike, and I saw it on an Instagram reel, and I was like, you know what, actually it's quite cool. So I got Jake to make it for me, so he made it for me this morning. And yeah, actually it's really cool. In real life he's got like, it's all like a chrome gold, but you know, you can't really do like chrome gold in this game, so it's like a gold, but it isn't like a chrome gold. But I think it still looks very cool. But yeah, that's why I'm on the Triumph in the thumbnail, but then I'm on Stark Varg in this, and I've not actually ridden this track on the Stark Varg, so it's already feels a lot quicker than what the KTM is around it, or the Triumph. And that is probably why I'm going to have to practically relearn the course. But I've ridden this track quite a lot already. I've ridden it about 3 or 4 times. I've ridden it in Lindsay the Net that he did. We rode it about 3 times or something in that. And then I did an exhibit lobby as well the other day as well on this track. And yeah, it's actually a really enjoyable track. The only downside to it is that it is not on the server list, which is really annoying. So you can't put it up on deadies. It can only be up on normal lobbies, which is a little bit annoying because sometimes, well, this track would be really good. It would literally be like all over the deadies. I would arguably say that this is the most popular track in the game right now, just from everyone playing it. But it's just, oh, it's such a shame that it isn't on the deady list because a lot of people would be riding it right now. I can tell you that. We're getting some practicing for Southwick. If you guys know my video yesterday on typical Canadian soundtrack that he's brought out for us all, which is a very good timing for him to bring out a soundtrack, which is literally like a few days before Southwick. So I'm going to be riding that. I've ridden it a few times. I've done one pub lobby on it. It was literally like 4 people in a race. So it wasn't like anything special. But yeah, I got one little lobby in. And I'm just hoping there's some more lobbies up on it so I can get some proper practice in the sand, because I need to get some practice in. I'm not the greatest in sand. I need to put a bit of time in. Practice what you're bad at. That's what you gotta do. So I've got to put some time into sand. The reason I'm not good in sand is because, one, I didn't play it while I was learning the game. I generally didn't touch sand until like pro. Like I did like 1,000, if not 1,500 or so hours before even riding sand tracks properly. I think the only sand track I've ridden by then was Assen or something like that. So yeah, I had no time learning the game in sand or anything like that. And then I just don't enjoy sand. So I just never ride them. I never ride it in my spare time. I don't do the GPs because of the sand tracks. Well, that isn't like the main reason, but there's a lot of sand tracks and I don't enjoy them, so I wouldn't enjoy doing the series. So I don't ride sand, I don't enjoy sand. That's literally the reason why I'm not very good at it. But I need to like suck it up a little bit and start grinding sand, because obviously Southwick. But I'm glad it's only 1 round of sand, because if there's more than 1 or maybe like 2 rounds or 3 rounds of sand, then I think that's when I definitely struggle a lot. But I think if I can get an okay or 2, like okay results in Southwick on Friday, then I don't know, I'll be happy with that. I think just sort of aim for a normal place, really. Not gonna like set my standards too low for it, but I don't want to set them too high because I know I struggle in sand. I'm definitely not the greatest because I'm normally like 3 or 4 seconds off in sand, so not really where I want to be, that far off the pace. But you know, like I said, I don't practice sand, I don't enjoy it, so I don't ride it. But yeah, this week really need to put a bit of time in, put some time and effort into sand. Just, I don't know, I seem to take it too easy in the sand. I'm like really gentle on the throttle. I don't like to like launch things, and I think that's what I struggle in the sand. You got a lot of people that are like you know, jumping around the track and stuff like that. And yeah, I feel like I just take it too easy. I don't trust the bike, I don't trust the front end, so I just like tiptoe my way around the track, and that's just when I lose so much time. So I need to learn to trust the sand. I need to learn to like actually focus in on the ruts and everything, and like jump around, find lines. I feel like what I might do on the Friday is just watch people that are streaming it. Maybe if anyone else is like streaming the race, so I might watch their lines maybe, or if I'm in a VC of anyone. I don't know. I feel like if I know the lines, then I don't really have an excuse. I need to like just get good at the lines. But half the time I don't find the lines. when it comes to sand, because it's a lot of like double this, triple this, double around that corner, jump around that corner. You can hug this left-hander, hug that right. Like I don't know the lines for sand. I think that's why I really struggle with, is trying to find the right lines. I can get around a sand track, but just whether it's quick or the right lines is just what I struggle with. So definitely, I think if someone's live or if I'm in a VC with a few people that I can, you know, just piggyback off of to get some of their lines, follow them, copy them. So that's kind of what I've got to do to get through Southwick, I think. But it isn't like a proper GP like sand track, which is good. If it was like a proper sand track, like a Lommel, or is it Netherlands? If it was anything like that, I think that's when I'd really struggle. But I feel like it isn't too bad. And then watching the IRL races as well, the track didn't get too bad. It wasn't like terrible. So I think Stone Rider hopefully will do a good job of it, but you never really know. I'm really hoping they don't whack the E-Road up, because it's a sand track, but it's not like that really. Like, I hope they don't whack it up to like 0.5 or some random shit like that, because who knows what they're going to do. You never know what the E-Road is going to be. They never seem to learn the lesson about what E-Road does what. I feel like they need to work together with the track creator and the E-Road. I feel like they just don't work together. Like, as in, Stone Rider makes the ruts really deep, because he has to make them like a Moto 2, basically. He has to make them really rough. And we have to ride that from qualifying all the way to the end of the day. The track doesn't actually have like a natural, like, deform, like, thing. So it doesn't actually, like, deform. But it's kind of like sim. It sort of makes its own ruts. We don't have that in bikes. It just literally, like, digs down in the ground. So I feel like when Stone Rider makes really rough Moto 2 tracks, and then we have the E-Road on, like, 0.2, it just really defeats the point, because it just digs out the ruts even more than what they already are. It makes them absolutely unrideable, and then it makes it absolutely horrible. It's not fun. It isn't fun to ride. So, I don't know. I think just they need to work together. They need to, like, you know, this is what the E-Road is going to be, or Stone Rider, this is how deep the track is, make the E-Road like this, something like that. I feel like it's just a lack of communication between the whole aerial team. Obviously, I'm not part of it. I don't know what goes on. I don't know if they have, like, their own, like, little chats about it, or their own little meetings about it, about what runs what. But, I don't know. I feel like there's a massive lack of communication between everyone, as in, you know, like, what to run, as in how deep the track is. We need to run this E-Road. It works well with how deep the ruts are. I feel like just none of that. I feel like they just sort of like wing it, like, oh, track looks good, let's just whack the E-Road up, or it's a sand track, let's just whack the E-Road up. So I hope it isn't like that. But yeah, that's my little rant about aerial and sand. Who knows what's going to be? Might be a really fun track. Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see for his preview video. I feel like everyone's going to want to see his preview video. I feel like for an outdoor track, it's not really that much different. You don't really have to watch it to look at lines. You sort of learn them. But I feel like for a sand track, everyone's waiting to see what it is, to see if it's rough or smooth, or if it's going to be bumpy and jumps are going to be like launchable. I feel like in 2022 or 2023, people were launching like quads and stuff out of corners, and a lot of people were complaining about it. So I don't know, I feel like he doesn't overcompensate trying to make it too rough, because a lot of people called it too easy last year. So I don't know, we'll see what's going to happen. Obviously, I don't know what's going on. I'm not an inside guy in the area or anything. Like, I don't really sort of ride what I get given, really, is all I do. But yeah, back to the track. Like I was saying, it's actually a really fun and flowy track, and there's a lot of big jumps that are really good for oppos and big whips. So if you want to get on here, throw some big whips, throw some big oppos, definitely a fun track for you. This is a very good jump here. You sit down here, and it's not a really big jump, but you can throw absolute naughty oppos and stuff down it, and it's just actually a really good jump. They have really good lips on them, which is nice. You can sort of like launch up. There's a lot of step ups in this, so it's very good for launching. But yeah, I like they've got like little water sections around as well, which is nice. You go through the water, very original. I feel like you don't really see that a lot. This rut is really good. You can sort of get in the rut, bounce off of that one, and then this is a finish jump here. So you come down here. I'm sort of taking this outside here, braking nice and early because it's a very tight corner. Little blip of the throttle. Get up here, look, nice little step up. You can scrub this really early. Didn't really scrub at that time, but you can scrub it really early. Same with this, you can get that really gently, nice and easy on the brakes. There's off camber corner, little blip of the throttle. Oh, let me spun out. I am on alpha mapping, which is the quickest mapping on this bike, so it's a very unpredictable bike, but you know, I want the quickest mapping so I can do some of these big jumps and I can sort of like ride the track pretty quick. So you don't really need alpha mapping to get around here. There's nothing like crazily huge. You can definitely get around here on a 250. It's just a little bit harder, so. And there's also no engine braking on this bike either, so. Then you got a nice little scrub here, scrub jump. Come down here, stay on the right side. If you can tell, it is lower, so you want to stay on the right. A lot of people go outside here. I tend to opt for the inside here and jump up and then get back on the throttle here. I know a lot of people like to rail the outside. I don't really know which is quicker. I've not really compared times. It's not like a try-hard track or anything like that. Nice little roll here, get in the rut on the front. As I know, this is a water section I really like. You go through the water here, you can scrub over all the shrubs. The only downside is if you crash and you're inside all like the shrubs and all that, it's really awkward to see where you are. You have to like come out of it to see where you're going. And you come down here, really nice whip jump, just like throw it. Didn't really do a whip there. Come down here, gotta be easy on the throttle here because you don't want to like slide out. Scrub up here. Nice little right hander. Come down here, you want to pretty quick round here to get down there because you can launch it to where you want. So you can pretty much go wide from the corner, back through the water again. You can really scrub this really hard. I like to like double like wheel him away through. It's quite hard, there's no engine brake on this bike. You come down here, nice little rut, hug the inside, and then bosh, that is a lap of the OA. So it's actually really, really enjoyable. And the start as well. I'll take us to the start real quick. The start is absolutely mental how quick it is. Alright boys, we're at the start. So you line up here like this. Probably like slanting, yeah, I just noticed. And then you come down here and then you go all the way up here and you're literally wide for a good like 20 seconds. And this is where a lot of the crashes come from pub lobbies because a lot of people don't know where the start goes and they just absolutely crash into each other and everyone goes out wide and people hug the inside and come out wide and it's really, really hectic for pub lobbies. But you come flying down there and then you got a nice tight 180 corner on the jump landing, which a lot of people don't know where it is. So some people go up there, some people like T-bone you because they didn't know there's a corner there. And it's a very, very hectic start for pub lobbies. You can layer right over. But yeah, it's actually a really, really enjoyable track just for chilling. It's really good for pub lobbies just because it's really wide open and you can do different lines. It's not really a one-line track, which is very, very nice. You can take different lines. So it's good for racing, it's good for pub lobbies. It's not a difficult track, so any like skill level can do it. You can get around it on a two-stroke as well. Two-strokes are fun around here. 250s are fun around here. I've not ridden a 250 around here myself, but I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine around it. Nothing is too huge. Nothing's like massive around here, which is good. And then, yeah, it's actually a really, really flowy track if you want to ride a Stark Varg. I know a lot of people ride the Stark Varg in pub lobbies. I've seen a few people ride them around here as well. They're actually very, very good just because of how quick they are. And it's a very open track, which is good. So it's very, very fun just to go very quick on if you want to get a bit of speed. Appreciate you guys watching. This is, oh wait, it's completely free on mods. Only downside is that it is not on the daily list. So Punker Jeffy, if you do see this video, please put this track on the daddy list because I really want to get my daddy up on it and run some races because it's a very, very fun track. And it's just a shame that you can only ride it on normal lobbies and that, you know, takes away from the fact that some people are going to see that and not put their lobbies up on it because you have to run it off their own Wi-Fi. So some people will probably complain that you're lagging. So what can you do? Just gotta hope that we can get it on the dead list at some point. I'm sure someone's mentioned it too. It's a very, very popular track at the minute. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.